Okay, I want to go in on some words that struck me very uh, nefarious, and I'm figuring out that it's because they have been perverted. So, like words like ecumenism, apologetics, like when and it wasn't wrong. The inference or the premise or the basis of apologetics being nefarious at the time that it was explained is not wrong. Like apologetics was a horrible thing. You know, it's like subversion. You know, what I mean, like gaslighting. You know, but then when I saw why apologetics should be engaged, it has to do with helping. Like, there's different kinds of apologetics, right? That pertains to a certain people. Like that's their kind of apologetics, and I'm like, what? Why should anybody have apologetics? Like that's all subversion, you know. Um, but you have to want to study apologetics. It has to do uh, with people who want to call themselves Christian, because you don't really need to do that. You don't have to even go there. Like if I don't want to call myself a Christian, that's okay, because I'm not into apologetics. You know. But then that made it seem like, oh, that's bad, right? Apologetics, that's bad. Like that's what the Christians are doing. That's wrong. Like that's what they're supposed to do. So like, how about the ecumenism, right? Like I understand ecumenism to be part and parcel with syncretizing uh, a religion to the um, to the indigenous people, while forcing them to observe the saints, tribalistically grafting some of their culture in a Macedonian rite, right, where you observe for a single day. You know, like you're bending, capitulating to their gods, right? Knowing that you're going to throw them over your shoulder, then go on to the next day. Like we have paid you reverence, and you know what I'm saying, and now you're an oath. Now you're in league with our pact. You know, which is evil. Like that's horrible, right? Like leave those people alone. You know what I'm saying? Like they're working on their communication. You know, that's for them. That's their form of communication that they're developing, just like culture, right? Hip hop, right? Form of communication. People steal it. It's exported all over the world, right? Um, but like for instance, the some of the practices in African um, slaves were to communicate be past the overseer without the overseer knowing what they were teaching, which was just geometry. They were just teaching regular shit, empowerment, right? Um, and those were the ones that were being forced to syncretize, right? Being forced to convert to acknowledge the saints, and then that practice that they were using to speak past the overseer, that goes all the way back to like Mali, to Africa, to Nubia. So it's the Apollo Mayombe, basically, which you like, or the Orisha gods. So when is it good to be ecumenical, right? Within your own society, that's when it's good. Like you would not, like, you know what I'm saying, that's observing tradition, right? Remember yesterday I was talking about you can't be against collectivism. That just means you're out camping. Like this means you went out for a walk in the wilderness. That's it. There's like people misusing perverting apologetics to say, right, that you are against collectivization, collectivism. I don't even know what to fucking think. I don't even know. I don't care. Like I don't care. That's like for somebody. I don't know. Like so that's just bibble. That doesn't comport. It don't comport. Mm, right. But So are those people like robbing themselves or whatever? It's not my concern. It's for them. Like if I have to if I have to consider whether or not that they're depriving themselves or something like that, then they get my energy to help. Then they could sue me. You know what I'm saying? Like they could use any information I give them to fuck me up, basically, because like they're trying to uh, lock you down in a with a pact. You make pacts, then you're not free to comment about anything uh, um, materializing, right? Or anything that's manifesting. Anything new that manifests, you have to you're like, oh, I don't know anything about that. It's just like when Ted Cruz said, I never heard of Infowars or something like that. Like I don't give a fuck about Infowars. Now everybody is using Infowars to slander the next person, right? But I mean, it's still what it is. Like it's still what it is. And I don't need apologetics to for that purpose. That's only if I wanted to become a Christian, then it would be my responsibility to study apologetics. And it's weird because I already felt that like I was like, damn, I need to go in on this word and shit because I'd be like talking about it already. Like I already know of it as an issue. So then when I learned about it, put everything in perspective. You know what I mean? I'm not on the menu for that anymore. You could use apologetics to tenderize your meat. Uh, I mean, and that's still nefarious. It's still nefarious. But then, if you're not studying apologetics and you're a Christian, then you're nefarious because you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't mean it just doesn't mean anything.